Hello everyone. I'm just getting this ready. Looks a bit better. Make it good for me. Time to do the Friday cryptic. Let me see. That looks pretty good. Now, how does it look for everyone here? Not so great. I can make it a bit bigger. There we go. All right, let's get started. Just making sure everything's, yep, that's good. Let's get into it. Let's see. Okay, name for a boy, 5 letters. Okay, name for a boy. I'm not sure yet. What looks good? Maybe this? Snappy crib lies with A, mobile. Could it be an anagram of crib lies and A? Will it mean snappy maybe? Snappy. Maybe some more letters first. Wind assailed microcosm endlessly. Microcosm. Not sure just yet. Rejects dog ears. Or rejects maybe. Daggily cute. Koala bred wild. I think there's some sort of anagram there. In fact, the letters of adorable are almost there. They are, aren't they? A, B, L, E, and then you need A, D, O, R. Adorkable? Really? Daggily cute, okay. It's made it into a DA crossword and must have some legitimacy, right? Vessel after vessel, recooed capital once. Maybe some sort of arc. Something after vessel recooed. We arc backwards as well. Something cross. Does sound familiar. Alright, there's the B. So maybe a BLE ending. Able. Maybe LE. What do you got left if we use that? ISCRI. ISCRI. is rickable. I don't know. Oh, what's this tiny one? Bleats about Swedish car. Bleats. Don't know enough about where cars are from, I'd say, for that one just yet. A serious paramedic skill. Ignores needle holder. Needle holder. Maybe this is to do with some stitching or needle holder, maybe a compass, I don't know. Ignores needle holder. Ignores. What would be ignored? Skill. Serious. Paramedic. Could be maybe grave and then paramedic. Skill ignores. Needle holder. Not sure yet. Scraps a couch invoice, 7 letters. I mean, it could be an anagram of no, it can't. That's not an indicator of a anagram. Only scraps is. What haven't we looked at? Shocker of a red. It bizarrely needs gas injection. Maybe some partial anagram here. How many is that? That's 8. It's gas injection. Another 5 letters for the gas. For me, a shocker, maybe, I don't know. Casual drug, dope, say. On the way out. Yeah. For some reason I feel this is ibuprofen, but maybe it's not. Could be on the way out, could be something like expiring or something. What else looks good? Clever Dick, bagged Italian scorer. That kind of scorer. I see. Film trailer attached to principal demo. 5 letters with an R in the middle. Film trailer attached to principal demo. Trailer. Not sure just yet. This has got a V in it, which is interesting. Twice, very involved in your camp set, arranged in E sharp. 8-5, and the fourth letter of the 5-letter word is a V. Twice, very involved in your camp set, arranged. So is it just going to be 2 V's, and then in your camp set would be the anagram? 7 letters from camp set, 11 from plus your, 2 extra from in, and then 2 V's is too many letters. Maybe your camp set. That would be 13 letters, which is what we're after. So, what could that be? I can see a word that would fit in the second part, but arranged in E sharp. Or maybe that's part of an anagram, but E sharp. Maybe someone who is clever with technology here. An E sharp. Maybe that's what we're getting at. But it's a hyphenated word as well. Drive would be a good computery type word, but I don't think we can get that from your camp set and 2 V's. Which is the path I want to go down at the moment. Let's move on for the moment, I think. Plenty more to look at. That one references the bigger one. Let's not do the big one actually. What about this one? Total Ego Parting Series. Total Ego Parting Series. In the letters somewhere maybe? I don't know. Series could be a tail. Maybe. Not sure about that one actually. Becoming set to broadcast SOS if prone to lack initiative. Is that just initiative is I here maybe? And then move the letters of SOSF prone around. Becoming set. Or is that too silly? Becoming set. You would think in that tense it would have to have an ing as well, but maybe not. Fossif. I can see fossil something. Ossifying. Becoming set. Prone to lack initiative. there's obviously a word that means prone. That take something out and you get maybe fying. Prone. Fossilized, becoming set. Whew. Probably ness. Don't know if that helps. Well, it would mean it's not ibuprofen anymore. Casual drug dope say on the way out. This seems like it'll be leg warmers, right, or something. Larger with me doffing a shift. They're almost the letters of, I can see the letters of leg warmer, mostly in larger. We need a W and an M and an E. Doffing a shift, is that like an anagram? L-E-G W-A-R-M-E-R. Doffing a shift. Leg warmers. Maybe I've got the wrong anagram here. Was larger with me. L-E-G-W-A-R-M-E-R-S. I don't know. And then maybe take an A out for a shift. Doffing A. Yeah, remove is to doff. Okay, cool. Leg warmers. So this one does end in ing, probably. Yes, doff the cap, yes. Yeah, just A taking, doffing A, so didn't need to worry about that second A. WS, larger, and me, shift. Very good. Anything helpful? This ends in an M. 9 letters ending in M. Neat holiday spots. Breaks concerned with race. Concerned with race. Neat holiday spots breaks. Concerned with race. Maybe I'll skip that for the moment. I don't really know what that one would be either. Rejects or rejects. Dog ears. 2 blanks are 2 blanks. And the second word is blank O 2 blanks. Euro princess. Favored cooler tax cut. Euro princess. Cooler tax cut. I have no idea. No idea at all. L doesn't appear in this part of an anagram, so maybe the gas has something to do with L. 4 letters and an L. Still early days on that one. Offbeat excuse or excuse, bordering on rude. So I assume it's the bordering on rude, RE. And then excuse or excuse over it for offbeat. Offbeat. What would excuse be? Excuse. But. Not sure. Tellers entertained in store. Not sure. I assume it's some sort of homophone thing. Entertained. Like joyed or something. I don't know. Entertained. Amused. What's 25 down? Oh, the car one, yes. Ooh, a spoonerism. It's hard to accept Spooner's bread account. Spooner's bread account. Obviously, these are a lot harder to do when you have no letters. But a good one to look forward to once you get letters. Okay, so it's probably that the definition is it's hard to accept. Hello. That's my leaning. I'd say this is the definition. Hard to accept, like you know, like a hard truth or something. And then the spoonerism, because this is like the possessive part of it. This would be the wordplay words. So this would be the cold ghost to this is the Gold Coast, you know. But yeah, it becomes pretty tricky if you're just trying to solve for kind of abstract-ish definition. But you know, I'm sure it's gettable. Yeah. Yeah, always DAs here. What else? What else do I want to do? I don't think I've seen this one yet. Wiccans, maybe. Catch asleep. Finally retiring. I assume that the definition would be Wiccans. But there's lots of wordplay type words here, like retiring and finally. I've noticed the final letters don't really match up to be anything. But maybe these ones? Finally retiring. It's unclear whether it's just these two retiring going backwards or all of it going backwards. I can think of like Sherpa, but I don't know. I think the catch part I might have to think about a little bit more. Could be PAH backwards, I suppose, but PA backwards is probably what I'm leaning towards at this stage. What about this one? Waterproof stage for dance. Well, surely this is an anagram of stage 4. It hasn't immediately jumped out at me, but have a think here. Waterproof. Maybe, I don't know, I thought of a word, but then that doesn't fit with the A. What could we make? What would probably be the way this word ends? Waterproof. Maybe a ST at the end? Likely, I'd say it's a T at the end. Not sure, unfortunately. Slowing down a little bit, unfortunately. That's okay. It's still early. I'm interested. Okay, name for a boy. I'm sure that's pretty gettable, but I can't think of it right now. I'd really like a letter for that. Maybe I spend a bit more time on this one. There's also anagrams I'm seeing that I just can't be bothered to think about at the moment. But maybe we'll try this one. So let me write these letters down. Assuming I have the right letters, which I think I do. I'm just noticing that computer... I've got it. I'm just noticing that computer is a word you can get from the letters, and the rest became easy because I used either V. Twice very involved in your camp set arranged, and it was indeed to do with technology, not at all to do with music, as E# isn't really a thing. So E#, they're computer savvy. All right, we've got plenty of first letters now, so hopefully it should be a bit easier. No Sherpa up here, but perhaps it begins with PA, so maybe the whole thing is backwards. Wiccans, maybe. Not sure. To think of what catch could mean. Could mean a couple of things. Catch, unfortunately. Is this any easier? Neat holiday spots breaks concerned with race. maybe T is for neat is tidy. I don't know. Neat holiday spots. So anyway, okay name for a boy. Oh, right. There you go. Roger. Okay. That was pretty straightforward. Holds on before skippers forfeit test. Holds on before skippers forfeit test. Forfeit test. Like retrial? I don't know. I'm leaning towards this though, because the tense is strange. Holds on. What's this one? Framework. Stripped bare by adult. So maybe that would be the first part, stripped bare, AR, and maybe this would be adult, whatever this is, adult, like grown or something. Parent, framework. I think R is right here, but I'm not. It's not helping me, so I'm just going to delete it for now. Oh, that's the start letter for this one. So it does look like it's ossifying. Okay, so let me think about this a bit more. Ossif, that would be anagram, so you'd have ying here. To lack initiative. Prone. Dying. Prone. Lying? Oh, I think if to lie is to be prone, right? That's a thing. That's a thing. And I wouldn't know that if it weren't for crosswords. Let me see here. One of them is. Let me look the other way. Yeah, so something prone is lying flat. Even though in the even the example here they have, I was lying prone on a foam mattress. So yeah, so prone is lying. And to lack initiative is the initial, I guess. The initial initiative. No L, so ossifying. Still don't know anything about a Euro princess, unfortunately. Euro princess. This could be favored for something cooler. Cooler tax cut. Casual drug on the way out. It seems like this is leaning towards the definition of being on the way out now. Probably ending ing. Concerned with race. Maybe it's to do with an actual race, like a running race. That's what I mean by actual, by the way. What about this? That one we saw? Yeah, we just saw that one. Total ego parting series. So not tail then. Parting series. I know there's the id is sometimes ego, right? But not sure what total would be. Ego parting. Maybe ego is just I. Series. What else looks good? Maybe I can get the other. No, this one mentions this one. I don't know. Is this one easy? Possibly a referee in former merger. Possibly a referee in former merger. I don't suppose there's enough letters in any of that. You get from a referee, you get 8 letters. Informer. Former. Merger. Merger's not really a helpful definition. What about if you had... No, referee and former are the right amount of letters, but maybe it's none of that. Could try this again. The anagram. Don't want to though. So many anagrams I don't want to do. Let's try doing this one. Casual drug, dope, say, on the way out. Not really sure, unfortunately. Bleats about Swedish car. So maybe bleats backwards. Ah, yeah, there we go. Saab. Not the most helpful letters, but I'll take the placement of the A. That's quite nice, I suppose. All right, let's try this one. Snappy, I'm assuming, is the definition. Snappy. Is it snappy like angry or snappy like a snappy dresser? Let's have a look, see what we can do. So we've got A and B out of the picture. So you'll see I lies. And we have in our spaces third letter A and seventh letter B. Now I'm going to make an assumption that it ends in LE. What do we think this is? Maybe it doesn't end in LE. Maybe I want to keep that extra consonant. Snappy. Could end in IC. So not a terrible idea. I'll briefly entertain that. I see. Yeah. I'm going to quickly take a bathroom break, and I will be back in just a moment. I will leave it up for you though. Hang on, so you can think about it if you wish. I thought of a word for this one. I'm not 100% sure of the definition, so I will just quickly check it before I put it in, but the letters work. Let me see here. Definitely heard it used before. Yeah, okay. Having or showing a tendency to be easily angered. Put back here in this window. All right, let's go back to it. Yes, so I also had it, I thought this was an E, but that didn't work out, so that's how you spell it. Okay, it's not a word you often see written. Well, I don't often see written, at least. Irascible, meaning snappy. Prone to anger. Wind assailed microcosm endlessly. Maybe it's wind, who knows? But it could be an anagram of icrocos. Perhaps assailed. Maybe assailed is an anagram type term. Must be wind or wind, right? As a definition. Well, if that's the case, I think it's worth trying this one, not the many letters. Let's give it a go. I simply cannot just isolate the icrocos for some reason when I'm looking at it. So I'm gonna write it down. There we go. And we have a C in the middle. Almost in the middle. Okay. Oh, and we have one letter for our eventual spoonerism as well, which is exciting. Anyway, one thing at a time. Take out a C. What have we got? Maybe meaning wind or wind. It's an odd word. Whatever it is. Could it be something to do? It seems wrong. It seems wrong. Wind. I think I'm missing something here. Maybe we move on for the moment. Yeah. We'll move on for the moment, but we could come back to it. This is going to be hard to get in reverse. We can try. I don't think I want to do that. Don't think I have any ideas for catch still. P-A-H-E, no. Catch. I wonder if it would be silly to think that it ends in an S as well. Pagans, would that be right? Oh, snag. Yeah. S was the final little push there. Help that out. Resigning, maybe on the way out. Casual drug, dope, say. In. I don't know. Resigning would be on the way out. But I am not sure about the rest of it. Casual drug. Maybe minus dope. Say. Almost got enough for this, probably. Well, it's not 4 anymore. Euro princess. Favored cooler tax cut. Cooler would be a fan, right? Favored. In fan. See. Tax cut. I don't think I have enough to get this on either. I don't like that I can't get a first letter for the long ones. It's annoying, but it's fine. Whew. What do I want to try? I don't think I is enough to have a crack at. Maybe, yeah. If I'm trying to get the definition only. Oh no, I got it. Yeah. So the definition was enough, luckily, for this. The spoonerism, so the bread would be pita bread, and the account would be bill, pita bill, bitter pill. I always thought it was like pita bread, but maybe I'm not right with that. Could be pita bread. So that's the spoonerism done. Does this help me yet? Framework. I thought it'd be like aperture or something, but that's like a camera term. I don't think it's aperture. Artwork, I don't know. Framework. You wouldn't say artwork. If you had said work wouldn't be in your definition. Holds on. Before skippers. Skippers could be like C's for captains. I don't know. I think maybe that's a thing. Is this gettable yet? Possibly a referee in former merger. Looks like labeler or something, but not that, I don't think. Baller, something baller. Possibly a referee. Former merger. Former merger, maybe it's like something that was like an old adhesive or something. Maybe that's a little bit outside the box, but it has got a question mark. It does have a question mark, so it could be something like that. Rejects dog ears. Throw something. That wouldn't work with microcosm anagram. Rejects. Rejects or rejects, not sure yet. This has to be arc something. I don't know what the capital is, but it's something like that. Arc backwards or arc here. Whew. Would this help me if I did that and that? Shocker of a red. It bizarrely needs gas injection. Oh, it all lines up with the letters of OFAREDIT. Bizarrely needs gas injection, and this would be the gas. It's whatever L is, something. Gas. I think it's a bit tricky still for that one. Scraps a couch invoice. Is that invoice, like to say out loud, or scraps a couch? Invoice, a receipt. Scraps, a seat. Scraps. Could be like scraps like fights as well. Not sure. Which one do I want to try now? I was really interested in this one, but I couldn't get anywhere. Serious paramedic skill ignores needle holder. Blank blank a blank blank. And I was thinking it'd be grave, because something serious is grave. But then I couldn't work out wordplay, how that would work. Skill. paramedic skilled in a lot of things, I would suppose. Not sure. Got some tough ones to get, I think, for a bit. Film trailer attached to principal demo. 2 blanks are 2 blanks. Demo. I was thinking that the first part of the clue would be the definition, but now I'm not so sure. It'd be helpful if I could work out what this word is for adult. By adult. Mature. Mature. It's a word that I don't use very often. Always happens in these crosswords. Yes, an armature can refer to a framework in sculpture, a crucial part of an electrical machine, or a kinematic chain in computer animation. So there you go, armature. Which is confirming my suspicions about it not being about the first part not being the definition in this clue here. So film trailer is M, maybe. Attached to principal. Demo. Maybe March. And then this could be retrial. Can I work out why it's retrial? A forfeit test. Hold on. Before skippers. So maybe S would be somewhere in there. Holds on. Holds on. Resists, I don't know, holds. Not sure, but I think it is retrial. Retries, holds on. Hopefully if I can get this. Chair something? Possibly. Chair. If it was chair, they said an I, which would be crazy. Maybe it's not chair. Possibly a referee in former merger. If it was retrial, this would be an L. Former merger. Chalk labeler, I don't know. We're not going to get many more letters for that one though. a shame. Eh. It's very quiet in the chat. Hope it's good quiet, not stubbed quiet. This is it is pretty tricky so far. I've got some good ideas. I'd like to confirm this is re-signing, but casual drug. Dope say. That'd be a good one to get to. Ego parting series. And it may probably mean total. Or maybe the net maybe is total. Ego parting series. Not sure about that one. It's hard. Parting series. Like a row. Like a set. Series. I don't think SEIT is anything, so I could try it though. Would be the first time I've never heard of a word. Well, it's a word, just not in English. It's in German. I feel like that one's pretty gettable too. Offbeat. Excuse bordering on rude. Is it helpful to put an E in here? A little bit. Maybe I should try these anagrams, huh? Let's do this one. Let's do this one. So, means waterproof, presumably. And we've got stage 4. STAGEFOR. Possibly an E and definitely an A are removed from little places there. Put the other letters in. A secondly. And then E sixthly. There we go. What do we like here? Jeez, it's tricky. Do you think it ends in either ST or FT? No, not ST, RT. I suppose FT is possible, but unlikely, I would say. RT or ST. Either way, I'd say there's a T going at the end, so I'll get rid of that T. What is this word? Faragest. Gaff. No, Garafest. I have no idea. I have no idea what this word is. GA Forest. I don't know. Is there any chance that I can get this one in reverse? I haven't tried this one. Possibly referee and former merger. So, oh, it's tricky. I'm thinking this is an R. So. Referee in former merger. Chair was a good thought, but I don't think that's what we're going for, unfortunately. Holds on. Remains and then retains, something between retains and remains. Skippers. Forfeit test. Holds on. I'm not sure what skippers are meaning just yet. Retains. Holds on before skippers, forfeit test. Maybe this is an S. Does that help me? Chisel. Whistleblower. Whistleblower. I'm going to say this is retains. We can come back to it if need be. Before skippers, forfeit test. No, I'm not sure. But this is still looking like an anagram, unfortunately. Wind. Orinoco. like a no go flow. So that's possibly something. So, but not that one. Something like it. That's what I'm imagining the wind is. So we have ICROCOS. I'm imagining. Oh, hang on. Yeah, we've got. We can have ICCO. Ricoco? No. Risoko? Sirocco? Sirocco? It's one of those. It's one of those, I'd say. And I'm gonna try Sirocco. Yes, Sirocco can refer to several things. It's a Mediterranean wind originating from the Sahara that can bring hot, dusty, and humid flows. It can also refer to a type of breathable fabric. Additionally, Sirocco is used as a name for various businesses like a boat company, a restaurant, and a hotel. That might be where I've seen it before. And there you go. If you put in Sirocco, one of the two results is for a restaurant in Potts Point, at least for me. So let me see how I'm saying it, see if I'm butchering it.
Sirocco.
Sirocco. Sirocco. There you go. The more you know, the less you know. Rejects. Tears down, I don't know. Dog ears? What's dog ears? Isn't that like... No, it's not like a boxing injury or something. I don't know. I think it's cauliflower ears. Rejects dog ears. Turns down. Turns down. That's not nearly as hard as I was making it out to be. That's fine. Getting there. Bottom left is kind of done. It's done. There's a little bit there, but 28 acrosses. Whistleblowers. 500 charges currently lodged in the first place. Obviously the name of a whistleblower. I don't think it's turns down. Maybe it is turns down. I was hoping that would be Julian Assange because simply because the letters work out. Other than that, it can't be. It has to be turns down. 500 is D. Charges currently. Oh, hang on. It's the other one I know. Good. Is it Edward? Edward Snowden? I suppose it could. Oh, it can't be. I think I've got the wrong Snowden. I can't think of his last name or first name. Do I want to look it up? I don't think I do. Currently would be now. Lodged in the first place. Krakow. A walk and an arc. Okay. I think it is Edward Snowden. But I'm... Currently 500 charges. Yeah, wards. D wards now lodged in the first place, Eden. Cool. So, meaning the anagram idea maybe is for dance. No? Because then where's the second A come from? Waterproof. Stage for dance. Well, I just want to make it Macarena now. Mac Arena. Waterproof is like it's a Macintosh raincoat or something. A Mac, I don't know. That's a bit of a knowledge gap for me. Hang on, I have heard something like that though. Yes. Okay. That is what I've heard of before. Yes, a Macintosh is a full-length waterproof coat. Oh, in a dated terminology, it's a cloth waterproofed with rubber as well. Okay, so Macarena, that's good. This is no longer grave. Serious paramedic skill ignores needle holder. Needle holder. Does anything become easier? Not really. Great news. If I got this one, it'd be great, but it's really hard, so I don't want to. Scraps a couch invoice. Maybe this could end in S. Serious paramedic. Maybe it could be stayed or something. Stayed is sedate, respectable, and unadventurous. Paramedic skill ignores needle holder. Not sure about that one. Oh, first aid. So if you take the fur out of first aid, you get stayed. Okay, cool. Scraps a couch invoice. Invoice. Yeah, you can have sofa here. Maybe it does begin in A then. Scraps. Couch invoice. Invoice, maybe says, say, invoice. All right, maybe this one. Tellers entertained in store. Homophone for entertained. Piqued, amused, joyed. Gosh, it's pretty tricky now. I'd love to know why this is resigning. Sig. Casual drug. Sig. You wouldn't say sig though, you say resigning. Tribalism. That'd be right. Neat holiday. Trim. Holiday spot. Barley. Holiday spots. There you go. Fania or something. I've heard of something like that. Cooler. Tax cut. It has to be resigning, right? Dope. Say. Favored. Tax. Cut. Shocker of a red, it bizarrely needs gas injection. Shocker, maybe? Shocker. Don't know. I don't have many to go, which is nice. That one's really tough to dwell on, not much to go off. Total ego parting series. Now I think of even like you can do ABC, but then ABIC isn't anything either. Series. Total is all. Allele isn't anything though, as far as I know. Total. Tricky. Tricky. I don't see. Excuse. Let. Excuse. Excuse. But. Let. Well, if this was R, offbeat, excuse. What is this likely to be? I mean, based on excuse, I'd say it probably doesn't end in a vowel here, but not sure. Well, I don't want to look at any of these. They're both quite tricky. How many got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 to go. And it's a long one. Entertained in store. Entertained. In store. So the definition might be just in store. In store. In store. Like it's in stock, or I don't know, in store. Ready. Prepped. In stores now. In store. OARD would be a good one because, I mean, bored is definitely not entertained, but it's a good homophone. So is ound in store. Bound, no. don't want to do this one either, but maybe it's our best chance. Scraps. A couch invoice. I feel like if it was inside the word voice, it would be a question mark. A couch invoice. And I feel like that's almost has to be an A. Maybe I should put these in. Oh, it's just so chancy. What does this mean? Does this mean shocker? Probably. I'm not sure how helpful it's going to be to put down most of the anagram and then try to put an L in it. We can try. Gas injection. With an L. Would be gas with an L. I'm immediately jumping to like, carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide and things like that. But it's not going to be that. Needs gas injection. Oxygen, nitrogen. Man, this is hard. Stop buzzing at me, phone. Shocker. I think you're gonna have to take another bathroom break. In a sec. A couch invoice. I don't know. Is that gettable? Scraps. Discards. Alright, if I haven't got anything, if there weren't any epiphanies on the while I'm in the bathroom, I'm gonna try anagram this one. So be right back again. Chat amongst yourselves, etc. Okay. Shocker. have a white chocolate Easter egg for brain power. I did have a thought. It's not a particularly good one now that I'm looking at the letters. I thought that gas could be laugh, and it can fit there. But I was thinking like manslaughter, which is man's laughter. Propane, butane, neon, argon. I don't think I'm thinking of the right gas somehow. Euro princess. Favored cooler tax cut. Tricky stuff. Tricky stuff. I'm pretty sure that's fan, right? Fanya. I assume that it has to be IA, but maybe not. Maybe it's literally the word tax cut. Sap. Maybe to tax this sap. Infanza. Favored. I've never heard of that, so I don't know if that's right or if that's horrible. Shocker. All right, let's do what I said I would do and try to work out from the letters we have what it could be. So I don't particularly like this approach, but desperate times and whatnot. Of a red it and an L and shocker. I can be fairly sure that I can get the start of the word with the letters I have. Yeah, I'm glad. Welcome. Yeah, I'm getting pretty stuck myself, but I'm slowly making my way through it, hopefully. I am currently typing out some letters for me to work with for this top one. Fairly sure I can use the letters of OFAREDIT. I cannot think of what the gas would be. The only thought I've had is laugh, but it may not be laugh. It does need to be needs another 5 letters in this one, and the L doesn't add up, so the L has to be in the 5-letter word, is my logic. I realize I don't do a lot of explaining of what I'm doing sometimes, and that could be a problem to watch. So let's get rid of this R and this I. Not sure about the I. I'm really not sure about the I. I'm not sure about all of that actually in answer. But we're gonna go with it for the moment and fix it if this really isn't working for me. It's a possible start. Shocker. Yeah, my audio probably seems a lot better because I turned up my microphone. So now you can hear my voice a lot better. But I also do the crossword with my laptop on my lap. So if you hear my stomach gurgle, I apologize. It's kind of, it's a double-edged sword, being able to hear more. But you'll be able to hear my rationalizing a bit better when there's rational thought going on rather than whatever I'm doing right now. It's very close. The word trailblazing is very close to fleeting, but it's not quite that. Cloud, gas cloud. I don't know. I don't think L would be the first letter of the gas. I don't think. Smell. Smell is possible, but it's kind of clunky. This would help if I could get this one. Total ego parting series. Assuming that ego is I. Now, which word it's parting, I'm assuming is series, but it could also be total. The words I've got for total are all. The words I've got for series are set and row. And ABC, but that didn't really make much sense to me. I will check it, but that doesn't sound familiar at all. Yeah. ABIC is the Aesthetic Beauty Industry Council, so it doesn't help me. Series. Parting a series. Total. Yeah. Series, a line, a range, a set, a row. Series. I also thought that it would be, could have been in the letters, but doesn't look like that's the case now. I know what these ones are. I don't want to go to them either. Scraps a couch invoice. Invoice. I'm tempted to go down the D path. Well, I mean, why would the A not be there? It would have to be A, right? Why would you say A if it wasn't A? It would have to mean scraps based on that logic. Scraps. Don't think the A helps much either. Shocker. Defibrillator? Defib? Tor would be a nice ending. Something later. Maybe. Fibrillator. So maybe this isn't resigning after all. Ensigning. So defibrillator is right. Well, let's do the anagram part first and work out what the gas is supposed to be. Gas, maybe BRILL? Is that what we're going for? I'll have to check that one. So hang on. That's not where I'm putting my letters. You know what? It's funny. I literally did my first aid refresher yesterday, so that would be quite embarrassing if I didn't get shocker. Quite embarrassing. That's a bit of a confession I have to own up to there. So literally using one yesterday. OFAREDIT. So take the D, E, F, I. So BRILL must be what they're referring to as gas. So we're going to check that right now. Define BRILL. Yes, so in informal British, BRILL can mean a BRILL new series, and like excellent, marvelous. I think that is what they are suggesting is gas. Because if you would define gas, it'd be like a joyous thing, right? Or something like that. Very amusing or entertaining. Ruthie, that's gas. You're a gem. There you go. So, maybe Infanza is right. Total. Ego parting series. Well, I was very close. I was very close. I was thinking about total as to wreck something, but I did not think the word ruin. I did not think the word run, but now I have, and now it's all good. Can you hear me all right over the rain? I imagine you can. Hopefully it's just ambient rain at the moment. But I can't. Look, I'll close the window. Yeah, you're resisting the urge to comment, but that was where you're unsure. Yeah. Didn't know that definition of gas or BRILL. Yeah, I occasionally use the word BRILL for something great. But don't use... I've heard, like, that's a gas, but I haven't heard that's gas as something great. So, not my favourite, but that's okay. We've got an O for this one. Offbeat excuse. Maybe it's an out. Would that be right? Bordering on rude. Offbeat. It looks like a French word. Yeah, that's what it means. Get out of the way of the volume bar.
Outre.
Outre. It's a little accent on the E there. Tellers entertained in store. Thank you, bot. Thank you for sharing that. Definitely take that on board. Casual drug. On the way out. Casual. Ensigning. Ensigning. Casual drug. E. N. Dope say. I don't know if that's right, but we'll come to it if it's wrong. Tellers entertained in store. Good, that's good. Last two here. Decal, you've been awfully quiet. I wonder if you're still there. Scraps a couch. Invoice. Invoice. For some reason, the only thing I think of is arrears. Arrears. But that doesn't seem right. Scraps. A couch invoice. A sofa something. A sofa. But then that looks so strange, right? And then there's this word as well, but that's not anything. A couch. You like this one? Okay, good. I wonder which one I want to try focus on more. Like, I get the concept with this one, but I I'm not sure I get the concept with this one. I'm pretty sure it would mean scraps. Scraps. S would be nice here. A couch. The invoice part is the hard part for this one. Let's keep going with this one, I think. Tellers entertained in store. Entertained. Well, surely this can't be too hard now. Likely this is a vowel. And if it wasn't a vowel, this is a vowel. So in store. If something's fated, would that be right? Entertained, tellers entertained. Maybe, I don't know. Not great though, I don't think. Something in store, it's fated, I don't know. Doesn't really mean entertained, I don't think. In store. I'm thinking like a word like abort, but not abort. Obviously. There's obviously some sort of funny thing going on with invoice. It's a term I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's an abbreviation or an acronym for an invoice. That's my thinking at the moment. But maybe it all works out. A couch invoice. Could be something pass. It's really strange. Unlikely to be an S there, because it would probably has to be like the plural sense of something. Scraps. had this thought that it could be says around couch. But that's getting pretty hard now. You have couch grass, don't you? Is that a type of grass? I'm not sure. Anyway, tellers entertained in store. Oh, maybe like you can have maybe fated like a fate. Is that, can you have that as like a verb tense? If so, that's pretty rough. Yeah, to honor or entertain lavishly. Oh, geez. In-store is fated. So not sofa. Not any kind of term like that. A phrase? A fears? A phrase. A couch invoice. A couch invoice. Okay, maybe a word for that, you know, a homophone for a couch. Couch or something. Like phrase, like PHRASE. But then I've... Oh, hang on. There's like a chaise, isn't it? No, that doesn't work. A chaise. Is fated wrong? No, fated can't be wrong. I just looked it up. A phrase. Phrase? Possibly, it sounds French again. It's very French forward so far. Yeah, no, it's a decorative ruff worn at the neck. Phrase, as far as I can see here. In French, it's a strawberry. Yes, that sounds right. Maybe I'm thinking about it too hard. Scraps. What was the wordplay on 11 across? It wasn't great, but if something's in store, it's fated. Like it's meant to be, it's fate. What fate's got in store for you. And tellers entertained was a homophone idea. You can have the word fate, which is spelled F-E-T-E, as a verb, if you didn't know, because I didn't really know. Well, I may have known in the back of my mind somewhere, but yeah, as a verb, it means to honor or entertain someone lavishly. She was an instant celebrity, fated by the media. Yeah. I assume that is like that. Edward Teller, yeah, I was thinking Penn and Teller for a bit, but then I stopped entertaining that. I don't think a fray is something, but a flag. like fray can be to fight, right? Like scraps, a phrase. Is that a thing? Is that... Am I just not getting the couch part yet? Have I not... Okay, so a fray is a thing, an instance of group fighting in a public place that disturbs the peace. So that's looking good. I'd like to know the the couch part. So am I just spelling it wrong? Fray. No, you're good. I'll work it out. We're almost there, I think. I'm going to put it in. I'll figure it out. There's something wrong here. I assume it's this. It could be in signing. I mean, I'll check in signing, but I'm assuming that's right too. I just don't get it. Yeah. Maybe that's not right. On the way out. Well, like scraps are a phrase. Is that not... I don't know how I'm getting stuck here. It's just the couch part that's really... A couch invoice? Maybe couch can mean something else and I'm not... And it does mean like a phrase. And I've never heard of it. But we'll see. What's the best way of doing this? Yep, okay, that's what it was. Great. That's done. I mean, I say I never heard these things, but I do obviously get there. So maybe infanza is not right. In is favored, fan, and then maybe not sap. Maybe tax. We can try that. I'll figure it out. I will figure it out. At 2 hours and 14 minutes, I will figure it out. Yeah, this one I don't get at all. I mean, that's why I think it's not right. Pagans has to be spelled like that based on the wordplay. Casual drug. Dope, say. On the way out. That was surely what I was getting wrong. Yes. Woohoo! Perseverance. So casual is easygoing. Drug. Dope, say. Oh, like anagram of dope. I mean, anagram of say. Yeah. And then going is on the way out. I'm fine with that. What is infanta? Let's look up infanta. Infanta. In Spanish and former Portuguese monarchies, infanta is a title given to the children of a monarch, regardless of age. It is essentially a term for a royal princess or prince. The word is of Spanish or Portuguese origin and is the feminine form of infant. Infante. Infanta. Infante and infanta. Okay. Interesting. So that is everything. Was there some that I didn't understand? I feel like there were. But now I can't see them. There's something down here. Retains. So, skippers. I did get the wordplay for a phrase, yes. Obviously, I had heard of as a PHRASE being, to word something is to how to couch it or something. Is that kind of the gist? Yeah, well, I did think of a homophone, but I just kind of, I don't know. I thought that if he was doing something like that, he would space it or put a question mark at the end, but he did not do either of those things. That's fine. Just trying to get this last bit of information here. Our captains. So we have part of the word captains here. On. Retains, holds, retains, on. Re-captains. Forfeit test. This cap test. Define cap. What if I just write can cap mean test? For a cricket or rugby player might have X number of caps or tests played in. Yeah, I have heard of number of caps. You think that's it? Yeah. It's always sport somehow. It's always my downfall in these things. Caps, yeah. There you go. Hopefully I retained that bit of sporting knowledge. I think everything else was fine. Turns down. Dog ears, I think I have heard of that. Just quickly do to dog ear something is to fold down the corner of a page, typically to marketplace. Dog ear, yep. Dog ears turns down, that's all good. I think we're all good here. Is there any that people didn't get before I jump off? We did it. It took a while, but we did it. Well, excellent news. Thank you for joining me. Yeah, good, excellent. Well, have a great weekend, and I will see you next week for more Friday Cryptic Crosswords. Bye.